All right, y'all. What up? What up? What up? How's it going? Uh, Cameron? Thank you. Thank you. Wait, how's it going, y'all? Hope that you guys who are here right now, hope y'all that you guys are doing well on this good old Saturday, man. Saturday, honestly, are literally my favorite days of the week. Or I'm sorry, not days, day of the week. You know, it's I don't know, it's just a chill day. What's up? Hey, what's up, LG? What's going on, dude? Welcome on to the stream, man. So yeah, today just want to come by, sit and chat with y'all for a little bit before we, just get like a little pre-stream in before I actually start jumping into the game and stuff or whatnot to see what people are up to today. I mean, like I said, Saturday, Um, today on the docket here, we're going to be playing some Stronghold Crusader in just probably about another 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And then we're going to be, after I play a little bit of Stronghold Crusader, I'll be moving on into some, what do you call the Elder Scrolls Oblivion as well. So we can go ahead and do that game too. Aiden, what's up, dude? What's going in? How you doing? That's hot. That's hot. Mm, mm, mm. So, Aiden, how's your Saturday going to do it? LG, how's yours going so far? I went walking today, but goddamn, it's hot, dude. I do like a walk. I do like a walk-in running kind of thing. I walk for about 30 seconds, and I run for 20. Walk for 30, and that's actually been helping me a lot. Like honestly. Mm-hmm. Also, y'all haven't noticed yet. I made me a new profile picture. Like I took some recent pictures of myself. And I was like, oh my god, I'm like feeling myself. I'm like, where's this charisma coming from? Mm. I mean, rearrange your setup. No, what you need to do, sir, is fix your goddamn internet. Cause I'm like, it'd be crazy how you and your wife, y'all be playing on the same internet, but somehow you're dropping out of games and she doesn't, or vice versa. You know, that's funny. But no, you rearranging your setup. Hey, that's what's up. See, I would rearrange my setup, but I'm in a very limited kind of space, so I can't really do that, the way I want. Yo, what's up, Night? Welcome on in, dude. How you doing? Ah, man. How's your Saturday going, Night? Hmm. Also, Aiden, how's that Doom the Dark Ages going? Are you actually enjoying it? Or, are you just not being a real gamer? Hmm. Dude, I understand that, dude. I went walking about 12 o'clock this afternoon, and there was no clouds out, man. Usually I walk about 6,000 steps. I'm probably going to end up walking later, about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. But I was walking like 6,000 steps. I usually walk 6,000 steps. I was like, no, I can't do 6,000 right now. It's too much goddamn eat. And you're just eating, I'm just eating too. This is my first time like eating today. Because fasting it's not as hard as you think. You gotta keep your mind focused and and drink lots of water. But at night, yeah, I walk. Like I said, I walk every day. It's not a stop for me. Like, well, put it like this. Technically, I'll take it back. I do walk every day except one day out of the week, and it's usually Sundays. But yesterday I didn't walk, so it means that tomorrow on Sunday I will be walking. God damn, it's hot. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, it's like 80s. You're still up for a pickle, correct? For Sunday, right? Yeah, Ronan. Yeah, dead ass serious though. Dead ass serious, Ronan. Like literally yesterday, I'll take a picture of myself. I was like, God damn, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm like looking sexy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know? Yeah, but doctor's appointment on the 18th. So like, hopefully my doctor should be proud of me. Hopefully, keyword is. See now, what's told though is that you're supposed to walk about 10,000 steps a day, or I'm sorry, 70,000 steps a week, basically. So yeah, 10,000 steps a day, and that's about an hour and a half worth of walking. But I'm like, shit, it's the summertime. I can't do that right now. I mean, I'm ready. Like I'm walking 6,000, but it's just too hot. You know. Hey, straight beans. We're not gonna be doing that, dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's we're just having a chat. Me and what's between y'all? Y'all keep that between y'all. That's between y'all's chat and Twitter chat. Now it is though, like it is better than nothing to like. And here's the thing, like it's like you got to figure out also like what your body can tolerate. That's what you have to figure out. It's like what your body can tolerate, right? I still eat. God damn, my phone's out. Hold on. Like I still eat the foods that I want to eat, but I do eat in a better portion though. I just don't eat food just to eat food anymore. Like example, I had went to a hold on. Like example, I went to a buffet restaurant yesterday, right? Usually after I go to a buffet restaurant, I would usually end up eating, correct? Not eating. I'm sorry. When I go to a buffet restaurant, after I eat, right? I usually end up going for a walk afterwards, right? And so yesterday I didn't because we got back home late, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go. I'll walking twice. I'm walking twice today. So like once I get done streaming tonight or today, I'm going walking again. Because that's what I got to do. Like it's like program. It's like program in my head now that I have to go walking now. Like it's like nonstop. But also though, it's like figuring out what kind of fruits and stuff that you need to eat too. Like I don't drink sugary juices anymore. Like here, I'll show y'all something. Hold on. I see. If I need to drink juice, I drink this. Right. This is zero sugar. Correct. But like this has been in my refrigerator for about a week or two. I haven't opened it up yet because I just don't have the urge to drink right now. It's like when it comes to ice cream, right? I actually ate ice cream for the first time on Friday. It's been like 2 months since I ate my ice cream. You know, because I just don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't eat like that anymore. Because my body is I just changed up my body in the ways how I do, do certain shit or eat certain shit. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the food products that you're going to eat is going to have some type of sugar in it. It just depends what's good sugar, what's bad sugar. You know? And yeah, no, between 3 to 5K, yeah, it is. Yeah, I can agree with that. Mm. And then, I walk my dog about once or twice a week. Badass. That's a badass dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog, though. He's a sweet dog. But I walk in about once or twice a week. And man, let me tell you what. When you have a dog, y'all, it's like you're aura farming. Dead ass serious. I'm being honest. Because when you're walking, everybody's like, oh my God, your dog is so cute. Y'all are so cute together. I'm like, oh, thank you. Appreciate it. It's like a different aura. Like for sure. But so what y'all what's y'all's plans this weekend though? Like what are y'all up to this weekend? Or what are you excited? Y'all going out tonight? Oh, LG, I watched your music video. Pretty good video. By the way, give it a like. Pretty good video. I'll give you that. Oh shit. Before I even forget. So on August 16th, which is next Saturday, not this next Saturday, right? I'll be doing a subathon, by the way. So if y'all haven't checked it out yet, check out that live stream page for that subathon. Because that's gonna be a fucking fantastic day. So if y'all are going to be available, or anybody's going to be available to game that day, right? So first and foremost, so keep in mind, people who are members, of course, they get priority to game with the group or whatever, right? But I'm gonna post a link in chat real quick. And you also, Richie, how you doing? Welcome on in. I'll post a link in chat real quick, and that is going to send you guys to the subathon page, right? So at that page, read the description very carefully. The description is very important on how things are going to be set up. All right. The games that I'm going to be playing that day, I will be playing some single player games and also some multiplayer games because it's been a while since I streamed for like 11 hours. I think the last time I streamed for like 11 hours was like last year. So it's gonna be quite a bit. And the reason why 11 hours is because YouTube only records up to 11 hours. Now keep that in mind. Thank you, LG. You right. Like the stream. Get the stream like. I try to get at least 5 likes a stream, y'all. We can get 5 likes. We popping. We good. But on that day, right? Games I had set up on the day, we got Dead by Daylight, Marvel's Capcom Fighting Collection 1 and 2. We got Peak. We got Repo, Pilgrim, World War Z, Left 4 Dead, Warhammer 40K Dark Side, and also Marvel's Capcom 3. So yeah, if I could think of any more games, I'll let you know. And to answer your question, it means no. At least not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. Now, LG though, I'm expecting you that day, LG, because I see that you got the fighting collection, LG, sir. So I'm expecting you that day. I already told Tips we hopping on that Marvel's Capcom, bro. You know. shit, I'm already expecting, like, I'm expecting to see y'all fighting game people there. And also Aiden's, and like I said, if anybody wants to play that day, you know, members get priority that day, and then everybody else can hop on in and play. It's gonna be a fun day. And then of course I got some single player games in there too. Single player games that you know, in case there's a little bit of downtime, I'll start up a single player game. You know, we can talk, chill, something like that, something of the sort. You know, so that's how I'm planning it or whatnot. But shit, man, it's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be a fun day. I just wanted to quickly mention that before you know I go any further. But yeah, it is a good thing so far. Like I said, it is a good thing so far. Because I'm not much of a drama person. I don't care for drama in my life. I got too much drama. I got things. You know, you have to have more important things to, you know, worry about in life. You know. So that's where I'm basically at. You know, you have to focus. You know, you have to put your focus elsewhere. You know. But you know, I'm just a chill guy. Okay, I'm kidding. Fuck kidding. I'm not even gonna say that meme. I'm not even gonna say that meme. Oh, so fun thing here. So apparently, you know, Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming. It's like coming out real soon, right? Apparently, it's been said that it plays more like a Platinum Games game than old school Ninja Gaiden. So I wonder how that's going to turn out. I'm actually kind of questioning how that's going to turn out now. But as much as I'm a Ninja Gaiden fan, though, I'm not spending those $70. I don't see. Look, a lot of games, y'all. I'm not spending those $70, guys. I think I think we're in a timeline where if you spend more than $60, shit, you built different. Because at this point in time, I know everybody in this chat right now, we got backlogs that we gotta finish. We got backlogs, y'all. Like, like, and don't get me wrong, I like buying my video games. I do. I love buying my video games. But I can't fathom spending $70 or more on a video game. And like I said last night, I'm sorry for you console guys, by the way. I feel so sorry for y'all. I do. Because console gamers, y'all gotta fight for y'all rights. Okay? Y'all are sitting here buying digital, again, y'all are buying digital video games. Digital video games for the full price. And when I think of a digital video game, I'm thinking that it should be at least a little bit cheaper. But y'all say, oh, it's okay because, you know, I buy digital games for convenience, you know? I mean, hey, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But keep this in mind. Yes, I've been a PC gamer since 2009, right? I've been buying my games on the cheap for many, many years. I condition myself to, like, to not spend more than literally $60 on a video game. That's serious, unless I enjoy it. Like, I'll admit, again, if Bethesda was to say, yo, we're coming out with another Fallout game, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'll buy day one. Same thing with the Outer Worlds. You know, same thing with the Outer Worlds. And yeah, like you see, it's like you say, like, you know, with Game Pass. If you want to play your games on Game Pass, that's fine. That's fine. Or when it comes to me though, I always forget that I have Game Pass. I always forget. So it's like when I get Game Pass, I forget that I have it, and then whatever game that's on there, I just don't check it out. You know, that's literally how I am. Dead ass serious. So, and so by the time I realized, I'm like, oh shit, I have Game Pass. The time's already out, you know, or whatnot. So it's like whatever. But either way, though, like, because I'm a PC gamer, right? I use various key websites that like help me buy my games cheaply, you know, for the most part, like something like CD Keys or Green Man Gaming, or I mean, Honda Bundle has been kind of shit for like the past like year. Honda Bundle is not great anymore. Ever since IGN bought Honda Bundle, it's been like the worst that you can possibly ever, you know, imagine picking up. You know, like shit. What was my major like pickup from like this year? I don't know. I picked up and beat like a lot of games this year, like 10 games so far this year. You know, I'm trying to keep up and beat more. Like right now, the main game I'm working on right now is Ninja Gaiden. Not Ninja Gaiden. I'm sorry. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. In that game, you know what's crazy is that I did not like the first game. But the second game is definitely addicting. I don't know what it is, but it's hella fun. But like right now, I have like some really good armor, and like it takes enemies like several hits before I start to lose HP and shit. So it's a fun ride in that game. It's a fun ride. So if y'all have not played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I would say definitely play it and check it out. Honestly, you'll have a blast on that game. Oh no, LG, I bought Ragebound. I bought it. I played that. I beat the demo like twice, and I bought that. And I bought it. I love it, and I'm glad it's actually sold for $25. I'm glad it's actually because they say no. They say that the story The story is pretty short. That's what they stated. But for $25, it's a banger. You got Doom the Dark Ages for the 45 on Games Planet. Hey, let's go. Game Pass for you is like 600 epic freebies. You forget to dude. You're not lying, dude. You know what's crazy? I usually collect every freebie that Epic gives me. I don't play it. I don't get on Epic because Epic Game Store is not a good storefront. I'm sorry, it's just not good. It's not a good storefront. I hop on GOG before I hop on Epic Game Store, like because I actually have a really large GOG. What do you call it? Library. So yeah, like dead serious. But no, my major pickup so far, right, has been I picked up a lot of games recently. I picked up Grounded 2. I'm a big Grounded guy. I love Grounded. You haven't played Grounded? Great game. Fantastic game. Picked up Ragebound, and I picked up Titan Quest 2. And that was just for what? Actually, let me see. What was like the last 20 game pickups? Hold on. Let me look at my last 20. I picked up the Dealfield Chronicles. This is all in June. So starting from June 1st, I bought Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time on PC. And I bought that game 3 times, by the way. I bought it on Switch, PC, and then also PS4. But I believe I sold my Switch copy about 3 months ago. So I made some money back. I think I spent over like $300. It's like in the past 3 months on some games. But I think I'm good. Like I'm pretty much good on gaming right now. Like in terms of buying games. Like you don't have to keep buying the most up and coming games. I think we have to people. Or we as gamers, we need to stop our urges and quit buying like every single game that comes out. You don't have to buy every single game that comes out. Buy what you want, and then when the time is right, if the games are cheaper, that's when you take the hit and and spend money. Because right now, y'all like in times of like with economy and shit like that, like gaming right now actually is a hell of a luxury right now. It really is, especially when like my thing is like when games are like $70, $80 now, and then on top of that. They're like for deluxe editions or premium editions or whatever. They're like $100 to $120. That is insane. And I feel how the Canadian people feel when they're buying, or Australians when they buy their games. You got Dealfield Chronicle for $10 physical, brand new in Canada. The lowest price I got was set $32 for me on PC. The lowest price I got it for was I think $17. No, let me check again. Let me check. Because it was on my wish list for like years. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna jump the gun and finally buy it. Where is it? My list. Bought it around the Steam sale. God damn it. No, apparently I can't find it. All right, there it is. I bought it for $19.47. That's how much I bought it for. So that's the lowest I ever seen it go. And I've seen people say it's a great game, so I was like, I'm picking it up. I'm buying it. I'm picking it up. But like, if I were to show y'all my Steam library, there's a lot of games, y'all, that I need to just go back and like really hit up. Like, so one thing's for sure. Like one thing about me, right? As a guy who buys a lot of video games, there are games that I enjoy that I like. Certain games that I play and I beat, right? When I say like these games hit, are like games that I can't put down for quite some time. So like the current game from Europe right now, right? That is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I love that game so much that I can't put it down. But there are various other games that I play that like that I enjoyed the hell out of. Like, you know, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and also like the Like a Dragon, the first one, right? Enjoyed those both. I beat both those games twice. Days Gone. I wish that game, I'm gonna be honest, I wish that game got a sequel. Phenomenal game. You know, fantastic game, actually. Like, I have over 1,000 Steam games, y'all. Over 1,000. And you know, I'm part of a Steam family. Keep this in mind, I'm part of a Steam family where if I were to show y'all how many games we got in our Steam family right now, look at this. We have 1,300 plus. So actually, I think we have more. I think we have I think together we have 2,000. I think together. So I have access to like other games, you know. 1980, that's what 26. So okay, so about the same, about similar prices. And so yeah, like, you know, a lot of these games, you know, it's like the hardest part about having a backlog is literally just tackling it. That's the hardest thing, you know. And so I'm a guy who I have to put my focus on one game at a time. So I believe I think I told myself after I beat Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I'm going to be hitting up I think Star Wars I'm going to either hit up Romancing Saga 2 or Star Wars Jedi Knight Survivor. Not Jedi Knight Survivor, you know what I mean. Fucking Jedi Survivor. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Like, I'm trying to like bridge the gap between both, you know, like I'm like basically on a break from JRPGs right now. Shit. I think I put like I played 2 JRPGs back to back or RPGs back to back. And I'm like, okay, I gotta stop right now. Xbox Quick Resume. Hell, you play multiple games at the same time? Nah. Wait, how does that Quick Resume work? Does it like, are you able to like load up the game, then pause it and then switch to another game, or how does that work? Because I don't own the Xbox Series X. Well, actually, we own the Xbox One, but I gotta fix it. I have to find an HDMI port to it, and they're not selling HDMI ports right now for that console. I have to resolder it back on, and I can't find one, which is pissing me off. Let's see, hold on. It's like you have 8 to 10 Chrome tabs ready. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Like, you know, I want to pick. It's like I want to pick up Mafia: The Old Country, but I'm like, I don't need to right now. I don't need to. And then I want to pick up another game. There's another game I want to pick up too, but I'm like, you know what? I have to stop those urges that I don't need to. You know. Um. So you know, you got to learn when to quit buying, basically. So I picked up Soul Reaver for like $5. 1 and 2 remasters. I was like, oh shit, it's like $5. I picked that up off a key website. You know, I picked up Ninja Gaiden Black. I beat this game several times, so like I'm not forcing myself to play it. I beat this like several times already. I beat it originally, you know, on the original consoles. I beat it fucking on the Nintendo Switch. I'm not in a rush to play Ninja Gaiden Black 2 right now. But it's a phenomenal game. Keep that in mind. Ninja Gaiden series is a phenomenal series. A short game I could probably hit up is Little Nightmares 2. I beat the first one. One series that I am going to get into for the first time though is the Trials of the Sky series. Now, a friend of mine did tell me that not to jump into the train though until the remake comes out. So I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Now, a lot of these games though that I have though, a lot of these games I have gotten gifted by indie developers. By the way, like dead serious. So a lot of indie developers over the past like 3 months have came to me, and keep this in mind. I stick to I have like a very strict policy of mine, right? I don't play every single game that an indie developer comes up to me with. The game has to look interesting to me. It has to look good, and then I'll showcase it on my channel and I'll play it. You know, and if it's great, I'll definitely, you know, stick to it, right? Like, I always kind of bring up the story here, where this game right here, The Wandering Village. Where is it? Where is it? I just fucking saw it. God damn it. See, that's what happens when you have so many games. Like The Wandering Village, this game right here. I have 45 hours in this game. If y'all played Frostpunk, right? This is the game that y'all need to play. Because it's literally, it might be a cute little game or whatever, but it's literally Frostpunk on crack. because you got to take care of the creature, and you got to take care of your people at the same time. So it's quite insane, but it's a great game. I love it though. It's a great game. They did and the funny thing about it is, like, I was actually about to buy this game on the Steam sale, right? And then the game developer, about a week before it released, was like, "Do you want to play this game or showcase this game on your channel?" I said, "What? Okay, appreciate it, thank you." And ever since that, I've just been addicted to it. Dead-ass serious. So you're trying near Automata, and there isn't any save point when the boy invites you to play Fortnite. You accept the invite, you play, close Fortnite, and open up Automata again 4 seconds somewhere. Oh man, see, I get it though. I get it. The same thing was like with me and the boys when we played Marvel Rivals. You know, like I say, I say this: live service games ruin the industry. But don't get me wrong though, I still play live service games. Like I only play like 2 though. That's League of Legends and Marvel Rivals. That's it. Now League of Legends though, I kind of technically calm down on the game. Like I hop on it maybe once a week. Now Marvel Rivals though is the current game I'm currently playing. And like, if you enjoy live service games, then that's what you enjoy. You know, it is what it is. But like, the main currency of live service games is what? Your time, currency, or whatever, right? And so that's Marvel Rivals is taking my time. All right, recently, I picked up this game too. All right, a game developer sent me this game as well. Future War Tactics, SOF versus Alien Invasion. Pretty neat game. Basically, it's XCOM. It's a good $10 XCOM game. I wish it was like more into it, like cutscenes and stuff like that. But other than that, it's pretty great. So if y'all got $10 to spare, check it out. This is a pretty cool indie game too. The King is Coming. Love it. Yeah, there's a lot of XCOM-esque games that have come out recently. So Future Wars Tactics is one of them. If you're a guy who likes Cyberpunk, then Cyber Knights Flashpoint is another game that you want to play and pick up. This game right here. This game is also a XCOM-esque type of game. So it's like you're doing heist in a cyberpunk kind of world, realm. So that's really cool. The developers they're like, put it like this, so they're really active. Like I'm talking about, they're fucking active. They constantly update their game every freaking day. And they're like really supportive. And they also said like whatever update that they come out with will not break your save files and stuff. So yeah, they're really great. Like, but that's another XCOM-esque kind of game. Pretty soon here, we're gonna be playing some Stronghold Crusader pretty soon. So that's one game I'm gonna be hopping on real soon. And a lot of people don't know this, I'm a fighting game guy. I do like it to enjoy fighting. Did I pick up Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6? Nah. Because at the time, I'm like not trying to like. I think I wasn't working at the time when those games came out. I think, because I didn't have the money at the time, and I just never picked them up. So you have your own units, right? You don't like the controller heroes like XCOM Chimeras? Yes, you have your own units. You can create your own units in your own army, basically. Yes. Yeah. There is also the original XCOM. Where is it at? Xenonauts. If you are a major XCOM fan, right? Well, and also keep in mind though, XCOM's Chimera Squad though, the difference with Chimera Squad is that they tried to do something different. And I'm proud of that. I didn't like the aspect that that you couldn't create your own units, but I was like, I kind of grown to like it because they tried to give these people like their own personality, basically. And I'm like, I can see it. I mean, I beat Chimera Squad like 3 years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. I think probably 5 years ago, actually. It's pretty solid, though. Now, it does lead up to XCOM 3. That's what it does lead up into, or whatnot. So, if they ever do XCOM 3. And then, where are we at here? Xenonauts, where are you at? Gravedigger. You are somewhere. See, this is what happens when you have so many goddamn games. This game here. This is the original XCOM. So they have Xenonauts 1, and now they have Xenonauts 2. This game is phenomenal. But I haven't been playing it though, because every update breaks the game. to a certain degree. So you have to start over again and again and again. So it's like, what's the point? But the game is in early access still, so it's like, you know, you buy into it, right? But I love it though. It's a great game. It's a great game. And hopefully once they get it done. What game is it? Every Night We Fight? What game is this? Caught in the time loop. Hold on. It says your band of resistance fighters is humanity's last hope. Real-time exploration meets turn-based tactics, roguelike strategy as you're learning new abilities and seek out new weapons and develop. Okay, hold on. They might be cooking with this game. Wait a minute. I'm about to wishlist that game. Hold on. They might actually be cooking with something. So every day we fight. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Every day we fight. Hooded Horse has actually been coming up, y'all. They act as a it's coming enemy that knows your first game on Steam. Your avatar YouTube, your avatar on YouTube is really sector. Oh yeah. I see that. My first Steam game was Left 4 Dead 2. That was my very first Steam game. That was the very first. My second, no, it was that or Empire Total War. It was one of those. Because if I recall, all right, so I made a Steam account. No. Let me think. So I've been a PC gamer since 2009, right? But back then I was playing Age of Empires 3. And back then you didn't need Steam for Age of Empires 3. So I played that game on PC. I played that game on PC for years. And then in 2012, right? I finally I was getting into PC gaming, like hardcore now, right? And then I was starting to learn about PC parts and stuff, right? So back then, if I remember correctly, I was gaming on a Dell Optiplex with a NVIDIA GT 6500 or something like that. This is like an 06 GPU. This is like a 2006 GPU in 2012. Dead ass serious. So when trying to play like games like Left 4 Dead, I was running that game at like not Left 4 Dead, Empire Total War. I was running that game at 20 FPS. Dead ass serious. And so then I was like, okay, so now I started to really get into PC gaming. And so I built me a whole brand new PC. I bought a PC on eBay for $50. Dead ass serious. And that PC came with a Core 2 Duo processor, 4 gigs of RAM. And the reason why they sold it to me for $50 because they had it on their listing for like years, or it's like a year, right? And then I kept pestering them about it. I was like, save it for me. I'm gonna buy it for you. Save it for me. And so they're like, fuck it, dude. You can take it for 50. We'll take the loss on it. I was like, oh, thank you. We bought XO Internet No Physical when it finished installing. They asked me to install Steam. He was like, what is Steam? That's this dude. This XCOM is doomed you. I mean, I was a big console player too. Even though I had a shitty computer, I was still a big console player back then too. So like I was playing games like because let me think. I was on Xbox 360 for throughout high school, throughout the majority of high school, up until my senior year. I was a 360 Xbox person on 360. I bought every single Call of Duty you could think of. I was a big Call of Duty guy. I didn't play any sports games. You know, I didn't get into like God, cause my gaming history it's so mixed. It really is mixed. I have a wild gaming history. But yeah, I was a 360 person for quite a while. Because there was a time between the years of 2005 and 2007 where I wasn't gaming, I think. Or I was, but we just didn't have enough money to afford games and stuff like that. Like we had what we got basically, right? Anyways, though, yeah, I was on 360 for quite some time. And then I think I got tired of paying for Xbox Live. So what's funny is that Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep came out on the PSP. I said, oh no, I need to play Kingdom Hearts. Now keep this in mind though, that 360 that I had though, I got it for free. Because it had the red light. My friend, he gave it to me. because it had the red light of death. And he's like, it's been sitting in the closet for like about 3 years. And it has red. I was like, okay. So I took the console, I fixed it, right? I think I I did the whole overheating trick or whatever, and boom, 360, right? So I had that hoe for about a year. Then Birth by Sleep came out. I said, okay. I traded my Xbox 360. Call me a dumbass if you want to, but I really want to play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. So I sold my 360 and got Birth by Sleep and also a PSP. So I modded that PSP and I played on that PSP for quite some time. And then I was like, well, now I'm bored of the PSP. I want another 360. So I sold my PSP on Craigslist and got an actual decent 360 this time from GameStop this time. And then I stuck with with Xbox until 2012, right? So at that point though, Gears of War 3 was coming out. I think at that point. A week later, other dude got rid of it. Actually, no, he did. I saw the guy who I sold my 360 to. I sold to I got on my football team. He told me that like about a month or two later, like 3 months later, or something like that, it finally got red ringed or something like that. I was like, oh well, that's on you. It's yours now, but it's yours now. But so this is when Gears of War 3 was coming out, right? And Gears of War 3, what year did Gears 3 come out? I don't remember shit. So whenever Gears of War 3 came out, right? They had an open beta. If I recall. And so back then, this is in 2011. Yes, this is 2011. Okay. They had an open beta for it, right? So this is 2011. I had got a modded profile, right? On a USB stick. So you had about 3 red rings happen to me. Oh, you poor soul. You poor soul. I'm sorry, Aidens. That happened to you. So before I left Xbox, right? Here's something that happened. I had a modded Xbox 360 profile picture, right? So this modded profile, it was a hack basically, where you were able to basically hack the Microsoft Store and play arcade games and like things like open betas, shit like that, right? So I played the Gears of War open beta or whatever, right? With that hack profile because I didn't pre-order it, or whatever, right? So if I recall, what that hack profile does, it's like you sign out of your account, then you sign into it, and then you launch the game, right? And then you sign back into your account. Something like that, if I remember. And so I played the beta, and then I also played Banjo and Kazooie for the first time on the arcade, right? And so, but after I played the beta, though, eventually, like I said, I got tired of paying for Xbox Live. Because I was in high school back then. I didn't have a job. I was on a football team. I didn't have, a lot of shit, right? So, oh yeah, what's up? Welcome back, Ronan. Yeah, 2011. Yes, it was 2011. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you. I just looked in chat because I'm like sitting here going down memory lane. And so that's when I think I sold my 360 to somebody on Craigslist, right? And then I bought a PS3. I started buying PS3s back then. So this is from 2011 to 2012 or not. I started buying PS3s. I had this is when GTA 3, yeah. So it was 2011 to 2013 because this is when GTA 3 came out. I'm sorry, not GTA 3, GTA 5 came out. I bought multiple PS3s from different people on Craigslist because guess what though? Each PS3 had the yellow light of death, which is basically the same thing as a red ring of death. So when I first bought a PS3, I bought a fat 20 gigabyte. No, it was a fat 20 gigabyte PS3 that had the PS2 on it and all that shit, dude. I was so sad that I shouldn't have got rid of that because those are rare PS3s. Those are the most rarest PS3s you'll ever have, dude. Because those PS3s have built-in PS2s in them, literally from hardware, PS2 hardware built into them. So I had that console. The problem with it though was that it was working for quite some time. And then guess what? You play a high intensity game, eventually the yellow light of death happened. So I was like, fuck, dude. I can't game with the homies no more. Yada yada with woo. So I learned how to open up that PS3, fixed it. Oh shit, Rachel, thank you for $2. So what was your first? A Core 2 quad? No, a Core 2 Duo was my first piece, was my first processor. And thank you, dude. Thank you, Rachel, for the $2. Appreciate it. Thank you. Now my first PC had a Core 2 Duo in it, and then I upgraded to a Core 2 quad. But yeah, so I bought multiple PS3s along the way. I just had, like, they're all fat PS3s that had yellow out of death. I fixed them, but then I just kept getting tired of fixing them. So then I said, okay, I hustled myself, right? I hustled, and I sold those PS3s or whatever. Then I eventually bought a PS3 from a pawn shop. Dead ass serious. Bought it from the pawn shop. And so when I bought the PS3 from the pawn shop, boom. I finally had a solid PS3 that never had a yellow light of death, never crashed for me. Oh, it was great times, great times. Great time. Like, I'm a hustler. I was hustling back then. Like, from a person who was in high school, not having a job, you know, and stuff, I was hustling. And so then, that's when, in 2013, right, I finally decided to become a PC gamer. But actually, well, hold on. More of a PC gamer. I'll rephrase that. More of a PC gamer. Because I was playing games like, again, Age of Empires 3, and I think another game. This was before Steam. I finally hopped on Steam. So I was PC gaming and also console gaming at the same time, basically. And so, but I was more so console gaming because I was playing Street Fighter X Tekken back then too. If y'all remember Street Fighter X Tekken back in 2012, I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 or 3, I don't remember. Because all I did was play fucking third-person team deathmatch all day. And whew, great times. Goddamn, great times. But anyways, though, one day me and my brother got into an argument, and the PC I was using to play Age of Empires 3 with, right? She somehow killed it. Or whatever. I don't know how. It died. And what I mean by it died is, like, it wouldn't never power on because she took it away from me. Because my mom, she went through a period of time where she was watching the hell out of Dr. Phil. She was watching the hell out of that dude. And, like, Dr. Phil's, like, went through the whole, like, video game addiction phase. And because I was playing on my PC all the time, she's like, Sean, you're addicted to gaming. You're addicted on the computer. You got to go off the computer, you know, stuff like that. And, oh, my God. I said, Mom, quit watching that fucking rental doctor, dude. He ain't no goddamn doctor. Get the... you know? But anyways, though, that's when I bought my PC in 2012, though. That's when I bought my PC. So, my first actual PC, that was actually mine. I'm talking about, I bought it myself for the first time. Was a Intel Core 2 Quad. No, it was an Intel Core 2 Duo. It had 4 gigs of RAM. And I didn't have a GPU with it, right? So my buddy of mine, he actually helped pay for me to get a GPU. And so he bought me the AMD HD 7750 back then. That was the entry-level GPU. So that computer, let's see, it's on the TV. It should be true, basically. And so, yeah, so my buddy bought me that GPU. It was an entry-level GPU, not the best GPU. So that GPU and that computer, I started playing games like Skyrim. I finally figured out, I was like, oh, okay, this is Steam. Because I had a Steam account since 2009, right? That's because I bought the orange box from the 360. And that's when you have to create an account in order to play with the orange box. So I had an account since 2009 for Steam. And then I remember my account details, and years later, I'm still using the same account. Dead ass serious. 16 years. My account has 16 years of service on Steam. You know. Anyways, though. Now I was like, I started my first YouTube channel, very first YouTube channel back then, and that was me. I was playing Skyrim. I was playing Total War. Oh my God, I had a fun time. I was playing I think I was called Strategy World Gaming back then. This was like back in 20. You can't find the channel because it's deleted. It's gone. But it was called Strategy World Gaming. So I was playing games like, Total War, Rome Total War, Empire Total War, stuff like that. I was really famous. Well, I was pretty well known back in the strategy game era back then because I was doing a lot of online battles in Empire Total War. I was really good in that game. I was fucking fantastic in that game. Yeah. And so, let's see. You truly believe that your chat of gaming to complete Skyrim on the PS? Oh yeah, because Bethesda took like I think like 2-3 years to patch that bitch, right? I remember that. Yeah. Crazy, dude. Crazy. No, but then that's when so this is when I think in 2012 through 2013 is when I truly started to actually learn about computers. Deadass serious. I truly started learning about them now. And so whenever I was like, I need to upgrade my processor, right? So I upgraded it. I went on eBay and I bought my very first processor, which was a Intel Core 2 Quad Q6600. That was a quad core that ran at 2.6 gigahertz, I believe. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. You know, learning about just learning about shit. You know, it was great, right? So I had that computer for a couple years because that's when I started to live stream back then. Did you do the black tape overclock? No, I didn't know anything about overclocking. I didn't know nothing about overclocking shit. So the computer that I had, I wonder if I can log into my eBay account. Let me see if it still has that. Still has my information from like years ago. I highly doubt it though. I highly fucking doubt it. But let me think here. Cause I had like 2 eBay accounts, I think. It's been a while. But yeah, once I bought that, so now I had a Core 2 Quad, it had 4 gigs of RAM, and then I was good, right? So when I started live stream back in 2013, 2014. I think it was 2013 when I started streaming in 2014. So 2014, right? I started live streaming. And my God, it was great, but also fucking horrible. So I remember I was playing LA Noir for the first time, right? Let me tell you something. If I were to minimize the game might not ever pop back up again. The computer was struggling to minimize, and pop back up while live streaming. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst experience, dude. Oh, it was a terrible fucking experience. Terrible fucking experience. Never again. To Q6, you could use a small piece of black tape on it. It will restart 13. Oh shit! I did not know. That's actually cool. I actually did not know that. But yeah, I wasn't like I was new. Like I said, I was very new to PC gaming back then, or to learn about PCs back then. And that's cool though. That's actually cool. But holy shit, y'all! I'm on my eBay account. My stream deck I have right here, my Elgato Stream Deck. I had it since 2018. God damn. That's crazy. And it's still working. You didn't have my detective. Dude, I didn't know who anybody. I didn't know who the fuck he was, dude. Until shit. Like so I was just learning. And then eventually, right? Eventually so that computer eventually died. Y'all wanna know how it died? So at this time, right, I was living with my sister, whatnot, right? I was living with my sister, and my sister has this policy that, you got to unplug everything from the walls to save electricity or whatever, right? She put me on a bed timer. I'm like how old was I back in 2013? I was like 18 years old, I think. Something like that, maybe 18, 19. So she was telling me, like, you have a bedtime, basically. You got to go to bed at this time for we can save electricity, some shit. Right? But when I was going to bed that day, I didn't know about this. That this is what I learned now, that always plug your computer into a power strip. Never plug it directly into the outlet. So I had it plugged into the outlet. I unplugged that computer. Let me tell you what happened. That plug sparked. I said, oh my God. I said, no, what the fuck? No. Oh my God. So that plug, right? It killed my computer. It killed the graphics card. It killed the processor. It killed my TV. Because I was using my TV as a monitor. It didn't exactly kill the TV, but it killed the 3 HDMI ports on the TV. So I had no HDMI port anymore. Also, oh my God. Insane. It was fucking insane. And so back then I had a, like, you know, but, you know, luckily I had a PS4, right? This was the PS4. This is around when PS4 came out. So I had spent $500 on the PS4. I spent $500 on it because, you know, the PS4 back then was hella rare, hella fucking rare to buy. Yeah, I was crying. I didn't have a job back then. I didn't get my job until later on that year because I started working at Target that year. But yeah, I was so disappointed. But I had a PS4 and I spent $500 on that PS4. $500. Because, you know, scalpers, right? This is why I finally learned what scalping was. And now, no, wait. Let me think. No. I started working for Target in 2012. Because I started working. No. I'll take it back. No. I started working for Target in the middle of 2013 because I bought the PS4 with my tax refund. Because the PS4 was still so rare to buy that everywhere it was still sold out everywhere. And then I found it on Amazon for $500 being scalped because I got my tax refund in 2014. And then the next day after I bought it, right? Amazon restocks it for $400. I said, ain't no goddamn way. There ain't no goddamn way. Well, I said, fuck it, dude. Whatever, dude. And so, yeah. And so, God, y'all literally making me go down memory lane. I hope this is interesting, y'all. Shit, y'all. I'm dropping y'all some disparity lore. That's what I'm doing today. I'm supposed to be playing Stronghold. I'm over here giving you guys some disparity lore. That's crazy to hell. It is, though. I agree. It is. I definitely agree. And so, let me think here. And so after that, right? That's when what I did was I sold my PS4. I sold it on Craigslist to a guy I went to high school with. I didn't know we went to high school. Like, I didn't know who I was selling it to until we met up or whatnot, right? And he came with his girlfriend. And so I showed him that it worked. I had Battlefield 4 on it. So yada yada. So I sold it, I think, for like $350. So I bought it for $500, sold it for $350. I don't know I don't know if y'all did I do a good job with that? I don't know. But, you know, I really wanted a PC, right? That's what I really wanted. Right? I really wanted a PC. And so I built an AMD PC. I built that shitty AMD PC. My next gaming PC was I had an AMD FX 6300, which was that 6-core, right? I don't remember what GPU I got for it, but it was a decent GPU. I think it was like RX 48. I don't remember. But it wasn't that bad. And so, but another thing too is, like, by that time, that processor was already shitty, basically. Because, you know, AMD had really terrible processors. But you know what, though? It was cheap, right? Like, it was cheap. So why not? And so that PC, I had that PC for quite some time. God damn it. All right, let me see here. But yeah, so I had that, right? And so that PC, I got it. I think I got 8 gigs of RAM with it, and it was that process. So eventually, though, That was the processor I had from 2014, y'all, up until 2017. Yep. At the process, at that computer to that time, because that's when I had that was when Dragon Age, because I realized that, you know, whenever Dragon Age Inquisition came out, my PC struggled with that game. It fucking struggled, my guy. Please, don't tell me you were rocking the Kobe, because no. no. We weren't that far, bud. Chill, bro. Chill. But I'm trying to see if I can, because let me go my Newegg account, because I bought that computer on Newegg. The parts, that is, the parts. And that was actually the only time I bought anything on Newegg. By the way, keep that in mind. That was like literally the only thing I bought on Newegg. I hated Newegg. Newegg was like the worst website ever, dude. And so yeah, so I had that PC up until 2013, from 2013 to 2017. Now, in the year 2017, though, in 2016, this is actually when I quit streaming for the first time. This is when I was streaming on Twitch, by the way. I had I started working at Walmart. My whole objective when I was working at Walmart was to build and upgrade and get a new PC. That was my whole objective. Like, dead ass serious. That was my main objective. And so I stuck it out with Walmart for about a year, for about 6-7 months, because I hated Walmart. Walmart, y'all, don't fucking work for Walmart. Don't fucking work for them. My job had a high turnover rate, and like they wanted me to get like my work done. I had like my 8-hour job done and within 2 hours, because they wanted to move me somewhere else. Fucking worst experience of my goddamn life. Never again. Never fucking again. Ain't no way. I still get PTSD from working at Walmart. But yeah, so I worked at Walmart or whatever. And what's it? You bought a GTX 1050 on Newegg for 110 Canadian. This little guy destroyed about your Xbox. Yeah, no, I believe it. But when I built my new PC, right? I don't remember where did I buy my parts from? I don't remember where I bought my parts from, though. Because this is when I bought 8 gigs of RAM. I had the Intel Skylake processor. I think it's called the Intel 6700. I think it was back then. Yeah, so I bought the Intel i7 6700. I had 8 gigs of RAM, and I bought the RX 580. No, yeah, 480, Sapphire 480. Now I remember. Yes, I bought that. And that computer was actually a pretty solid computer. I think after I built that computer, I quit Walmart. I quit that job. I said, "Fuck you, Walmart. I'm out of there." Then I said, I can't do you no more, Walmart. Not today. And so yeah, I built that computer, and that computer lasted me for quite a while. Until eventually, though, I was like, it's time. Like, whenever, because this is actually a year, because Ryzen didn't come out till right. The first generation Ryzen came out 2017, right? Yeah, the first gen of Ryzen came out 2017. And so my computer was already basically outdated at that point. And so what I did was, eventually, though, I saved up my money and I built another PC back or whatever. Call it the Great Value Computer. Yeah. Wow. Fuck you. That's actually that's hilarious. Fuck you. It really was, though. It really was. But that's what I decided to build a Ryzen PC, right? So sadly, this was between 2017, I think, and 2019. Yes, 2019. So sadly, right? And sometime in 2019, my grandpa died. You know, my dad, he had a life insurance. So my grandpa had life insurance or whatnot, right? And my dad gave me $1,000. He's like, son, this money's from your grandpa, basically. You know, here's $1,000. And I was like, oh shit. So that's when I decided to build another computer. So this next computer was my first baby, my first actual baby. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just, you know, just gets in it. So this computer, it was a complete Ryzen build, right? I bought I sold my RX 480. I sold that on Reddit to somebody for $100 and I think like $20. I think it's been a while or whatnot. I bought a RX. What the fuck? God damn it! I just sold it to my cousin. Hold on. I bought an MSI RX. Hold on. God, my brain is fried. My brain is freaking fried right now. I'll tell you guys. Hold on. I bought a lot of things apparently in 2019. I bought a lot of shit back in 2019 apparently. So you're still rocking a GTX 1070 Ti, and I will wait and see if I can get a deal on a 960. Hey, oh yeah, definitely do that. Yeah. So I'm looking at my Amazon now, right? So back in 2019, I been all out, y'all. I bought a brand new monitor. I bought the Ryzen 1700 processor. I'm looking at it right here. It came with the Raspberry cooler. I don't know how much I spent on it. I wish Amazon would show me. I had bought G-Skill Ripjaw Series 5, 16 gigs of RAM at 3,000 speed. No, 2,400. No. Yeah, 3,000 speed. 3,000 speed. The case I bought was the NZXT H500i. I bought that for $104. And so that computer I was rocking, and you get this my old computer, right? The one that with the Skylake processor, I sold that to somebody on Craigslist for $350. They cashed at me. That's when they came by. So that I made my money back. Dead ass serious. What else did I buy here? So the problem with this PC though, right? So there was a couple problems with the PC. I was tapped out on money, right? And so I had bought a EVGA bronze power supply, 500 watt power supply, right? I was playing Total War Warhammer 2. I just built this PC. I had it for probably about a week or two, right? Tapped out of money. I tell you not. That PC, that processor blew up. Dead ass serious. Died while playing Total Warhammer 3. That game was so goddamn extensive on my computer that it killed the power supply. Dead ass serious. So luckily though, my friend Dre was like, Sean, he bought me a new power supply basically. And I paid him back by returning my old one and putting, y'all know, doing the whole swap shit. Yeah. Don't do that too much, y'all. Because you don't want Amazon catch on to your shit. But don't do that too much. So he got his money back. Or whatnot. And so, yeah. But here's another thing too, though. I forgot to mention this. When I was first building the PC, 5 USB ports weren't working. 5. The reason why those 5 USB ports weren't working is because, long story short, the CPU was defective. So I found this out by troubleshooting, right? So what I did was this. I got 3 motherboards from Amazon. Like, what I mean by that, I got 3. So when I will build the PC, turn on, see if the USB ports work. They never did. I thought it was a motherboard issue. So Amazon replaced 3 motherboards for me, right? And I know at this point they're getting fucking suspicious. They're like, there is no goddamn way this guy's doing this, right? And so then after the 3 motherboard swaps, I went on Reddit. I said, guys, I think I went on R build the PC. I was like, y'all, I am stumped. I don't know what the fuck to do. These USB ports aren't working. I don't know, man. I'm lost. And then one person said this. One person said, your processor is defective. I said, what? How can a processor be defective? Even though the computer's working, the computer's working fine. It's just the USB ports weren't working. And so he's like, you just return the processor and get a new one. And so I ended up doing that, right? I returned the processor, got my new one. Again, this is another Ryzen 1700, right? And then guess what? now I know why his name's Disbearity. Fuck you. But yeah, so I found out, yeah, so it was the process that was effective because then the USB port started working again. And so at my motherboard I had was the MSI, the one I stayed with, right, was the MSI it's called the MSI X470 Gaming Plus motherboard. It was a high-end motherboard, I believe, back then. I don't remember how much I bought it for, but I bought it. You know, it was like, or whatever. And so, yeah, that PC is what I had. I had that PC, guys, since 2019 up until this year. Because all I did was upgrade the processor each year. I went from the Ryzen 1700 to the 3700X to the 5700X. So I kept upgrading the processor. So, like, you know, that's kind of like, that's my little gaming PC history. You know, just learning that shit, dude. And then now I have a beast of a computer now. But also, I did have to switch out the power supply to that computer too, by the way, as well, because the power supply eventually died. I had to get a replacement power supply, so I got a replacement. Matter of fact, fun fact, still same thing in my new PC here. When I had my new PC turned on for 3 days straight. One day it wouldn't cut on anymore. And here's the crazy part though, is that it was power supply. I had a Corsair power supply, and it died within 3 days. And now I have this MSI Mag power supply, and it's really good. But yeah, power supplies got computer. Like I tell people, like computer component stuff are like iffy. You know, like when you buy new PC and shit, don't worry if your parts come in defective, because sometimes it will. Not everything comes in straight up out of the box. Like, but it can be stressful. Don't get me wrong, because you spent your money on it. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys though. When you buy your computer parts though, I still believe the best place to buy your computer parts are from Amazon, because Amazon has the best return policy. I haven't had no issues over time with Amazon returns. Now, guaranteed, there are people out there who have plenty of issues with Amazon. But for me, though, I've never had an issue with Amazon returns. So yeah, a big reason I'm getting a 960 is because you don't want to buy another power supply. Now it's a 13-year PS. Actually, okay, well, at that point, though, Rachel, I will say this. At that point, you might actually have to, though. Because you don't want that power supply to blow out and destroy your new components. I mean, more modern parts are like no one to, like, you know, cut the power, but like I would just be worried about that. I mean, most power supplies aren't that expensive though, not these days. Like for decent ones at least. Like I think I bought mine for here. Let me look at my Amazon account real quick. Because what I did was this. I took out a loan to build a new PC. Because I knew I was going to be paying back my loan anyways. Like I use what do you call it, a firm, and I spent like $2,000 on my PC. Maybe less than that, actually. Maybe less. Let me see. Maybe less than that. But on my old PC, though, I sold it to my cousin, who was gaming on the gaming laptop, which is pretty much outdated. And I was like, guys, here's the desktop. You know, I sold it to him for $600. Still a pretty solid desktop. So looking right here, I built my PC back around in the middle of March of last year. Oh, I'm sorry, this year. So I bought the MSI Pro X870P, which is almost a $200 fucking motherboard. I bought that for $180. My case right now costs me $110. Now, technically, though, I could have bought it for like $90, but you know, I like pretty colors in RGB, so I got it for $110. And then I had bought I bought some Corsair Vengeance 32 gigabyte RAM, 6000. What do you call it? CL36. Oh, let me tell y'all something. So, when I bought my Corsair Vengeance, right? There was 16 gigs of RAM. So I said this. I said the reason why I'm buying these Corsair Vengeance is because it's good. It's to hold me over until I get my money until I get my money back, until I can get the 64 gigabytes that I wanted. Correct. So I go on Facebook Marketplace, right? This motherfucking nigga tried to fucking rob me, y'all. He tried to rob me of my sticks. What do you rob me is price rob me. Tried to lowball me. So I said on my Facebook listing, I said, these sticks are literally 2 weeks old. They're outside. I spent $120 on them, right? These sticks are 2 weeks old, only used for like a day, for like 2 weeks or less. I have my listing on there for $90. That nigga wanted $50. I said, hell no. Them sticks is brand new. Them bitches is still shining. They glistening. The fuck? I say, you are paying $90. There's no offer, my nigga. You don't lowball me like that, son. It's yeah. I sold them for $90. I'm like, it's like I get it. I'm like, bro, you're saving $20, dude. I mean, you're saving some money. I'm like, if you were to buy these dude right now, you would spend $130 on these bitches. Like, dead ass serious. Like, people will try their best to lowball you, y'all. I'm telling you what. Y'all need to watch out, because niggas will do that shit. They will lowball the fuck out of you. Freaking insane, dude. But yeah, so I got my money back on that. Dead ass serious. I ain't getting lowballed today. But now though, like I said, I have a beast computer now. Like, it does everything I want now. Everything I need to do. The hardest thing was just deciding on what processor I should get. And a lot of people are like, well, if you're a pure gamer, push his glasses up, make sure to get the 9800 X3D processor, which is like a $500 processor, especially if you're only gaming. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gaming and also I'm content creating though. Like, well, yeah, you can get the 9900, but like, if you're still just gonna be gaming a lot, you gotta go ahead and get the 9800 X3D. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting 9900X. What I do is save listing and try to lowball when they have been on there, and that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can get that too. But my listing is my listing was only up there for like, I think like 3 days. Like, I sold a lot of shit on Amazon. True, I actually sold a lot of Nintendo Switch games on Amazon. Games I weren't playing anymore. Like, I had Animal Crossing New Horizons. I had what games did I sell? I sold a lot of games on Facebook Marketplace just recently, because I never played these games anymore. So it's like, I'm going to sell them because they're third-party games too. So I'm like, there's nothing really lost, Let me see, what games did I sell? I had sold, so yeah. Oh, scratch that. I'm sorry, y'all. I sold my Corsairs for $85. Sorry, y'all. I sold it for $85. I thought it was $90. I sold my Mario Strikers Battle League. I sold Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I sold Pokemon Sword for $30. Super Mario Maker for $30. Mario Party for $40. So, somebody tried to lowball me on Mario Party, but I said, look, these are the Nintendo games, my nigga. If these are PlayStation or Xbox games, sure, I might let it go for 20 or 25. But these are Nintendo games, y'all. They don't lose value like you think they do. Like, dead ass. I sold my Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Animal Crossing. So yeah, so I sold them. Yeah. So I sold a decent amount of Switch games back then. Or whatever. To help build my new PC. But now, like, it's not really even a good time to build PCs right now, though. Terrible time to build PCs. Because of, like, everything that's going on right now. Like, if people were to ask me, like, yo, should I build a PC? Like, hell no, don't do it. Don't do it. If you wanted to get a PC game, you would have gotten to PC gaming like a year or two ago. Don't do it now because you're just wasting money at this point. The GPU is 80. Yeah, it is. So my graphics card, right? Here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. So this is my thing. This is my ordeal. When it comes to, before I head over to Stronghold Crusader, because I've been yapping for about an hour, y'all. I admit that's crazy. I've been yapping for this long. But so what's crazy, right? Is when it comes to PC gaming, it's so odd to me that people keep recommending Nvidia. Don't get me wrong. Nvidia does make some solid graphics cards, right? But here's the problem, though. I'm not going to spend more than $1,000 for 5 to 10% more FPS. I'm not going to do that. That's asinine, right? So when they recommend people to go say, what GPU should I buy? Oh, just go buy Nvidia. So you're telling me to go buy a Nvidia 580, 570, or whatever for between $5 to $1,000? That's insane. Now the 570 though is fine because that's I think 550. That's fine. Keep that in mind. That's perfectly fine. So I'm not harping on that, right? But it's the elitists that's saying get the 590, get the 580, spend $2,000. No. Quit recommending people. No. If you're going to recommend people into PC gaming, you need to recommend them an affordable fucking build. Not just because you're a fucking elitist. So when I was looking for a new GPU, right? I looked everywhere for my GPU. So the GPU I have now is the FXX Merc 310 7800 XT, right? I was looking for a new GPU everywhere before the whole tariffs and all that Donald Trump shit started happening. Couldn't find one anywhere. Amazon sold out. Amazon's taking months, or you had a month out before they find you a GPU. So what I did is that I went on Best Buy, and I got me a 7800 XT for $605. Now I think they're supposed to go for $560 or $530, something like that. I was like, for $605, I'll take it, dude. I'll fucking take it. And guess what? I took it, and I play every game I want to at over 120 FPS. Do I still game at 1080p? Yes, because I don't care for 2K gaming or 4K gaming. Why would I want to play at diminishing returns when I can just play a higher FPS? But anyways, let's see. The RX 580 was the last AMD who made since until the night. Well, it was because back then, if I recall, I think what AMD does is every other generation they skip the high end market, right? So when I bought my RX 5700, right? That was the year where they didn't make a high end GPU. They didn't make a high end GPU until the 7900 XTX came out, which was back in 2023, I think. And then the full 7800 series came out 2024. And now, of course, we have the 9070 series now. And I could have waited. I could have saved up and got the 9070. But I was like, why would I fight people to get a new GPU when I can just buy one currently right now and call it a day? You know what I mean? And so that's what I did. But I was like, I wish people recommend people better ways to buy a GPU. Quit recommending people to buy shitty product. Not shitty products, over expensive products. You're look at this on Best Buy right now. The MSI GeForce RTX 580 16 gigabyte gaming GPU, right, is $1,579. You're about to spend $2,000. $2,000 on a 16 gigabyte GPU. And people are recommending that? It's crazy. That is fucking wild. Nah, dude. Shit. No, that's why I say, that's why I tell people, y'all gotta do research. Research is key. Yeah, actually, I am really like. If I had the money right now, I actually would be really interested into seeing a Intel GPU. I heard Intel GPUs are pretty solid. But I'm glad that we have people like Intel to be in the market, though. I'm glad because they're like it's competition, right? At the end of the day. No, and you're not wrong, dude. And thank you guys for the 7 likes, you guys. I appreciate it. And by the way, you guys, once again, if y'all are enjoying the stream, y'all consider becoming a Patreon subscriber or a member, y'all. If y'all want to do that, that's consider doing so. You get various perks to becoming a Patreon subscriber or a channel member. Becoming a channel member is literally $3 a month. For $3 a month, you get access to early access videos where the Let's Plays gaming news, and also you get access to glorious emotes, channel emotes I have. And also, keep this in mind. If I can get 5 more members, we get another emote slot. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, y'all. But yeah, like, that's what I do. It's like, I just recommend people to, like, I just want the way how I recommend people, graphic, GPU components is like, yo, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do with it, right? Are you trying to content create? Are you trying to just purely game? Like, are you 3D modeling? And then I work from there. I just don't just sit there and say, hey, go buy this GPU, go buy that GPU, go buy this part, go buy that part. You have to think smart. That's why I wish people would do more of the research. And people don't like doing the research. They like this. Like, I feel like people can get away with highway robbery. Some shit like that. But yeah. Okay. So anyway, I've been yapping for like so long. Let's go ahead and do a mission of Stronghold Crusader before we can get into some Elder Scrolls Oblivion for the rest of the evening. So what's gonna happen here, y'all, is I'm going to be switching over to a different stream. By the way, whenever I switch over, I will be going on a quick bathroom break, and then I'll be back for some more Stronghold Crusader. But y'all don't have to do anything. The stream will automatically redirect you guys over to the next live stream. All right, so y'all don't have to do anything. All you gotta do is just sit there and look pretty. So thank you guys for watching this Just Chatting stream. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next 30 seconds. I'll be right back.